Pass that ketchup, baby. Thank you, thank you. Woo, man, it's any day above ground is a good one. The black man, the American black man, is the most hated, most copied, yet most loved person on the face of this earth. Don't ever forget that. So, where we at today? It's been a minute since I've been on the scene. I've been working on me, y'all. I have a lot that I've been working on. So much on the table, and sometimes we just have to take time for ourselves. Truthfully, what I've been working on, besides just bettering myself, I have plans of dropping an extended play, an EP, as they say. I have that in the works before the end of the year. I'm super excited about that. I've always wanted to just put out some sort of project of music where I can just express myself, just to the world, but also not just express myself, kind of show my goofiness, my frustration, and also just my insight to how I see the world. Music to me is not just therapeutical, but I see it as colors. Some music to me not even supposed to make sense. Like some of that music be the best music, no lyrics, just funky sounds and all that. Music also, I've been really cooking, really just learning different meals. These are all things that I've been trying to do to keep my mental right, because one of the things that this episode is dedicated on is COVID and how has COVID impacted you. COVID, we've seen the last 18, 19 months, COVID has financially benefited a lot of people. It just financially put people back. I know me, I was financially put back during the COVID pandemic, and I'm still like catching up. I'm good right now, but the magnitude that COVID had on me was so crazy, and that's what this episode is going to be about. Is how has COVID impacted you? How has it hurt you? How has it has it made you more depressed? Has it made you more happy? Because the other day I was just like, man, like, my days, I work from home, and so for some people, working from home is like, I love it. Like I really love it, but sometimes it can just feel as if like, am I getting complacent? Am I getting too happy? Am I settling? It's like you wake up, you go to your couch, you go to sleep on your couch or in your bed, and it's like you do the same thing over. And so it's during this time of the world kind of being under construction, how do we keep ourselves sharp? And that is a very serious question, because right now, like I said, with the last 19 months, last year at this very time last year, I lost my job, and it was one of the hardest times in my life, because I had a couple options. Do I move back in with my parents? Do I kind of take this unemployment where I'm not even getting enough to meet my expenses? And I just had to make it work, bro. Like, it's crazy. I had $5,000 then, and that shit lasted me like 3 months. Without work, I had just used up all my retirement money. It is just funny because one thing that I do know, this episode, not only are we going to talk about just kind of the pain and hardships that I've gone through, but I'm going to show you how the fuck this shit making me strong as a motherfucker, and how it's not only shaping me to be the best, but it's also going to help others, I hope, to create grit. Last year at my old job, I had a manager, I couldn't stand her. She used to give me such hell. Just being a black man in this country with locks, trying to be at the helm, trying to be in a position of power, you'll always have people, especially when you look the way I look, you have a little bit of edge to you, just nice melatonin with the locks, with the funky hair. People are gonna make your life hard. And so one of my supervisors, who I couldn't stand, by the end of the year, we had to do this whole, we had our word of the year, and my word that she gave me was grit. And it's so funny because the word grit makes me think of grits, but never have I ever thought of the word more often than now and throughout my life the past year than when she told me grit. This lady was an absolute bitch. She made things hard. She just made things hard for me. And what I hope someday if she ever sees this is that I want to thank her for making my life hard and making it hell, because she really ultimately was the miserable one. And so a lot of times you'll have people inflict their pain, inflict their ugliness upon you so that, they want to see how you react. They want to see if you fold like a beach chair. I'm a Rivera's man. I ain't never folding for shit. So that's where we at with that. Again, and this was during the pandemic that this was happening. I lost my job. I had decisions to make. I had money to borrow. But by the grace of God, I was able to get a job in January. And so I've just been building since then. I've been trying to build back up. During the time of this past summer, my car broke in May. I was just chilling with little shorty, and the car just went kaboom. And I was like, fuck, like, what do we do? And literally, just got my car fixed, and was out a car for about a good 4 months. And so, these things just kind of piled up on top of each other. And the number one thing that I've learned through going through just constant pain, constant trial and error is, how do you respond? How do we react? That $5,000 on my card, that $5,000 that I had to use while being unemployed could have easily went to my podcast, could have easily went towards my business, but I'm not gonna get stuck on there. I'll probably get sued at someday, and I ain't even gonna look at it. That's how much I'm gonna be a boss someday. And so, again, don't ever lose sight of exactly what it is that you want. Don't ever get frustrated during the time of pain. That is the time where there's a song that I want everybody to go check out by Benny the Butcher and by Conway. Fly With Me, baby. That shit is so fucking liberating, because he talks about there's so much wisdom in being broke. And I really had to listen to that shit 100,000 times to understand what he was saying. And it's so true. There's so much wisdom. There's so much knowledge in being broke. And you will learn truly not only about how to hustle, but about how to maneuver, and about how to be tough, how to have that grit. So we're not gonna talk about the mask. We're not gonna talk about not having the mask. We're not gonna talk about Greg Abbott. We're just gonna talk about creating havoc. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with it. Feels good just to be back on this podcast, just to express myself. I think that's part of the reason why I've shown so much pushback, because people want to be seen and people want to be heard, but I want to be felt, and that to me takes time. I want my music to be felt. That's why I don't just put shit out there. That's why I'm not itching to be famous. That's why I'm not itching like these other motherfuckers to be a fiend. I'm trying to be a king. And that's why ultimately I think I've just kind of shown a little alienation from the podcast. But I'm gonna treat this podcast like my child, the child I've never had. I'm gonna treat it like that child. I have to be with it every day. I'm gonna have to watch it grow. I'm gonna have to correct it when it makes mistakes. I'm gonna have to love it with everything. I think we always have to look at everything like that, not just a flower, but like a child. Like, this thing is responsive because it responds back to me, and sometimes I think that responsiveness is trippy. It's electrifying, and that's the difference between, uh, you know, the Joe Rogans and the people of the world who are really able to make impacts. The people who, even when they're getting positive response and negative response, they keep punching at it, because ultimately, it just builds the snowball effect. And yo, I really want to thank y'all for just tuning in. Like I said, please, if y'all want to come on the show, come on the show. This is just going to take more consistency. It's going to take more vulnerability. I know, I don't care what y'all think about me. Y'all could think I'm a nigga, faggot, whatever, homo, bitch ass nigga, cool ass nigga. Like, come on, like, talk to me. I'm really trying to open up the door for conversation, for not just conversation, but also a place for people to just vent on how they feel in the world. Because catching up with Chris was started with organic topics, organic food for thought, so that we can heal ourselves, heal our souls. And man, there's just so much going on right now in the world, between Afghanistan, between Greg Abbott trying to control Texas, make it its own country, banning abortions. I'm a believer of just minding your own business, truthfully. I'm a believer of signing bills to where we mind our business, to where we have things set in place to where if people need services, they can get the services. They can't be denied services. It should be an equal world. And I think you'll either kill yourself or you'll go insane trying to figure out why the world is the way it is. But the only thing that you can do is, again, how do we react? And so when I'm tired, when I barely got any energy left, I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna talk tired to y'all. But please, talk to me. Feel me. To know me is to love, and to know y'all is to love y'all as well. So I love y'all. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing. This is a quick update. This is an episode just based on COVID. It's also based on how it's impacted you. How has it affected your mental health? Please talk to me, comment, subscribe. The next episode, who knows what we have in store. Maybe you can bring something to the table. So thank you. I love y'all. Catch up next time.